All right, question number 2. Do I have you on the edge of your seat yet? This one is about something that we talked about a lot tonight. This question number 2 is about the concept of locus of control. This was the concept that had to do with the personal belief regarding what controls your behavior. The first question that you're going to be asked is, what is the student's locus of control? So if our case study is about Sarah, and maybe you read in the case study that Sarah blames her teachers for her failed test, and blames her boss for not letting her go to school, and blames her parents for not preparing her better, what locus of control does Sarah have? And you should be thinking she has an external locus of control because she blames other people. That's the first part of the question. The second part is, what locus of control do we want to see Sarah have? And what you want to see is the opposite of external. We want her to have an internal locus of control, which means that she's taken responsibility for what she does, which means that she is looking at her life and saying, this isn't working, I'm failing, and this isn't what I want to do, so I need to figure out how to fix it. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to happen with Sarah. So the third part of the question, this is a 3-part question. So first part, what kind of locus of control does she have? Second part, which one do we want her to have? And the third part is, what are some behaviors or some mindset changes that we'd like to see in Sarah that would show she has an internal locus of control? So for this piece, the things that we want to see from her are students with an internal locus of control. How would they behave? Well, first, when they fail, they recognize that they might have done something better, that they could do something better in the future to not fail again. So maybe it's, next time I need to start studying the week before. Next time I need to not wait till the night before my paper's due. That kind of thing. The second thing to think about, and actually this is known based on data, it's really interesting, students who have an internal locus of control are more likely to ask for help. They recognize quickly when they're floundering because they've got habits and systems for making things work, particularly schoolwork. They recognize quickly, I'm not getting this. This isn't working. I need to ask for help. So that's a behavior change that we would want to see in Sarah. We'd want to see her asking for help. Now, whether she goes to her boss and says, hey, this schedule's not working for me, or she goes to her instructor and says, oh my gosh, can you please help me brainstorm some solutions for my crazy life? She just needs to ask someone. She needs to reach out and make a connection. People who take responsibility for what's going on with themselves, who have that internal locus of control, they ask for help when they need it. They recognize that they need support. So, recognizing that they need support, understanding, accepting, oh my gosh, I should have done something differently. Maybe next time, instead of just reading my notes, I'll make flashcards. So kind of being able to make those changes. Those are internal locus of control things. Another thing that would happen is that we would actually stop hearing Sarah say that she blames other people. We would start hearing her say, I made a mistake. Ta-da, made a mistake. I made a mistake, and this is what I need to do to fix it. So in the first example that I gave, I said that she would be able to recognize, she would be able to say, I did something wrong. And that's kind of an internal mental process. The second one was ask for help. And the third one is that we would start to hear her and actually see her verbalize or hear her verbalize, hey, I'm making a mistake here, and I'm not too proud to say when I'm wrong. So that's something that we want to see with an internal locus of control. Another thing would be that we'd want Sarah to celebrate her successes, because remember, sometimes we can have successes and still be external. We can say, oh yeah, we did so great on this, but it's only because I got lucky. Or it was just this one time. Or, you know, the teacher made the questions really, really easy, and that's why I did so well. Well, you know what, let's give some credit where credit's due and step right on up there and say, yes, we rock, we're awesome. Another thing that you would see someone do with an internal locus of control is they would have systems that work for them, and it would be obvious that those systems were in place. So right now we've got Sarah coming to class with papers flying out of her textbook and things all over. You know, she might not have a backpack. She's got stuff sticking out everywhere. She might as well have pencils in her ears. And you would see her kind of start to come back down to more of a normal level playing field where she comes in and she has a notebook. And she sits down at her desk and she's prepared. That's a big thing, is that she's prepared. She's got a pencil, she's got paper, she's ready to take notes, she's ready to participate. So the biggest thing with students who take personal responsibility for their learning is that you see them exhibit those kinds of positive learning behaviors in the classroom. And that's what we're looking for in this one. So 3 parts for the locus of control question. What kind of locus of control does Sarah have? What kind do we want her to have? And what are the behavior changes we need to see in Sarah? And you need to know 3 of those examples. If you didn't get 3 the first time around, watch the video again. All right, so we've done goal setting and locus of control. Next up, time management.